there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. What do you consider dull? What is something, share in the comments below, something that you just find horrible, dull, boring, uninteresting, not inspiring, something that you know you have to do or that you have to make sure it gets done, but you absolutely just dislike or hate doing it yourself. Share in the comments below, because that was the topic of Supersize Your Business today. Supersize Your Business topic was the expression and the idiom dull as ditch water. Dull as dishwater. See, even I interchange them. The original expression by Charles Dickens was dull as no, I'm going to mix it up. Dull as ditch water, because, you know, what's more boring than black standing water in a ditch? It doesn't really do anything. I mean, once in a while I get a frog or something or some bugs flying around it. But for the most part, it's very uninteresting. It just sits there. It doesn't really do anything, but just stands there and waits to evaporate and go back into the water cycle. So dull as ditch water became dull as dish water. And, you know, the point's the same, either one. And they actually think it was from a mispronunciation or a typo or something, that it switched from ditch water to dishwater. But dishwater is a little easier to say, and I think more people can actually relate to dishwater than ditch water. I live up in the northern part of the country where we have standing water in ditches. I guess Florida does too. But some states, I'm sure, have no standing water in their ditches ever, so it makes less sense than pretty much everybody has to find some way to wash dishes or get their dishes clean. So what do you find boring or tedious or dull that you dislike doing? You know, like everybody else, there's things that we do that we know we need to do that are boring, but we can find almost any task that we have to do, if we can't outsource it, a way to make it fun by the energy or the attitude or the focus or whatever we bring to it. Think of brushing your teeth, for example. I think brushing your teeth is really, really boring and tedious, right? But we got to do it several times a day, unless, of course, we want high dental bills and our teeth to rot out, or to have to lose all our teeth and have dentures, which the thought of that just totally freaks me out. So I want to make sure I brush my teeth. Well, I don't think brushing my teeth is super duper fun. I think it's pretty tedious and boring. So what I do is I use that time to do affirmations. That's just my weird time to do affirmations. So if I do affirmations while I'm brushing my teeth, it's not boring or tedious, because I'm doing something fun and productive that I like doing, along with something that's boring and tedious, but that I know I need to do, because I haven't figured out a way to outsource brushing my teeth yet. If you have, hit me up. I'd love to know how we can get somebody else to brush our teeth for us. So there's things that we have to do that we're still going to continue to do that are boring, but we can find ways to make them work for us, to make them more fun, to make them more productive. And then there's other things that we're just going to outsource. I am forever going to outsource my accounting and bookkeeping and things like that. It's got to be done, but I don't have to be the one to do it. And some people, my bookkeeper just lights her up. She absolutely loves bookkeeping and numbers and rows and columns and accounting and all that stuff. All the things that I find tedious and boring, that was the first thing I outsourced in my very first business, was how can I get somebody else to take care of the numbers for me? I need to know the numbers, I want to see the numbers, but I don't need to be the one that writes them all down and keeps track of them in every invoice and every detail. So that was our idiom today, dull as dishwater. I'll get it right by the time I see it. I don't use it very often. I say, man, you're dull, you're boring, but I don't usually say you're dull as dishwater. But I can now, because I've been reacquainted with the expression. Get Up and Go Challenge launching on Monday at 11. I think I'm going to keep it at 11 a.m. Central Time, and go live every day, Monday through Friday at 11. And then I'll see if I'm going to go live for some bonus days, and if it'll stay the same time. I like to do things the same time every day. I just, for my own consistency, it's why I get up and I produce my content and I do my videos every morning. You know, first thing in the morning, I get up, I do my quick morning routine, I create my content. Because if I don't, when on earth will I get it done? I think in the last 2 years, there have been just a few days, like a handful or less of days, when I haven't done my content first thing in the morning. And it's been something really unusual has happened during that day that I haven't been able to make it happen. Otherwise, it's part of my morning routine now. I actually switched out my exercise with my content creation, which was a sacrifice, because I feel so much better if I get out and I do my exercise first thing in the morning. But with my granddaughter and hanging out with her, which lights my soul up, and I wouldn't have it any other way, I had to figure out how could I get everything done and still help take care of her. And so that means I create my content first thing in the morning. So Get Up and Go Challenge, that was a sidetrack of what time it's going to be. I think 11 a.m. And I think I already said 11 a.m. starting on Monday, March. I'm wishing it was March. May 25th. So we'll start Monday. And Monday I know is a holiday. It's Memorial Day here in the United States. But I already committed that I was going to start it Monday, so I'm going to start it Monday. If people are on vacation and off and about, they can always catch the recording. It'll be in the Get Up and Go Facebook group and in the Facebook page, because I leave my stuff up. Unlike the, people that have this, and I get it. I get the marketing concept, but it doesn't feel right to me that I'm going to put this out there just for a little bit of time and I'm going to take it down to make you take action. It feels to me like we have to manipulate people because they're not smart enough to decide what's right for them when it's right for them on their own. We have to trick them into doing it. That's ridiculous. It's kind of like the way politicians and government officials treat us, as if we're so stupid we can't think for ourselves and make up our own mind. Well, marketers do the same thing to people, and it drives me nuts. It drives me absolutely crazy, because guess what? We are smart enough to figure things out for ourselves. We know if we watch something, if it's right for us or not. We know if it's the right time for us. I can't tell you how many things I've participated in and consumed, and I'm like, yep, that was valuable. I got great value out of it. I enjoyed it. But guess what? It is totally not the right time for me, right, with respect to what I'm doing in my life and in my journey right now. It's not the right thing for me. But guess what? I'll remember if you didn't high pressure sales me and pretend like if I didn't do it now, it was never going to be offered again, when I know you're going to redo it in a week or in 2 months or in 3 months, and I know I'll be able to take advantage of it. And yeah, the price is going to go up, but yeah, the price goes up on everything. It's called inflation. But I'll be ready for it, and when I'm ready for it, I don't mind that the price goes up if it's the right thing for me and if there's incredible value there. So why do I need to trick people? I don't need to trick people. I don't need to say I'm going to put this great free content up and then I'm going to take it down. I hate that. Does anybody else hate that, or is it just me? So that's another rant about the challenges. So Challenge Monday, Get Up and Go, and it's to help you and me. To be honest, I do challenges to help myself as well, to get up and get going during times of change and difficulty, right? Challenging times. And I face challenges to overcome challenges. Other people do challenges to, teach people how to do something quickly to get them into their bigger programs. I would like you to join me for a bigger program and a year-long coaching program, but only if it's right for you and only if I am the right coach for you. I gotta tell you, I'm not the right coach for a lot of people because I hold you accountable. I won't listen to a whole bunch of excuses forever, because I've been there. I've done that. I've made a whole lot of excuses and told all the reasons that I couldn't do something when I knew darn well I could do it, and I should have been doing it all along. So I'm not the right coach for everybody. If you want somebody that's going to let you off the hook and say, oh, I'm sorry that happened, that's so terrible, poor you, I'm not going to be the right gal for you. So challenge Monday. What else is going on? Fun challenge today was day 137 already, and I don't even remember what it was. Oh, I know what it was, being a pest. Everything's dull and pesky today, so it was all about being a pest and sharing what is pesty to you. Remember, I grew up in a family of all girls, and I have 2 little sisters and 1 older sister, and I'm sure I was a pest to my older sister like my little sisters could be pesty to me. And they would do things. They'd follow you around all day, or they would mimic you, when you would say something and they would say the exact same thing back. Oh, drove me nuts, but I guess a lot of things are driving me nuts today. Anyway, I've got an awesome day planned today, a million fun things that I'm going to do, and that means I want to get going. So go out, have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, hit me up. I invite you to join me at the Get Up and Go Challenge, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Get Up and Go Challenge page on Facebook, to just see how you can build the foundation to always be on the go, always be taking action, and making sure that you're moving yourself in your life in the direction you want it to move, not being slapped around by what's ever going on in your world or in your life. Right now we're all being slapped around by COVID, and that's why I think it's important to have an attitude and the skill set to just get up and go. No matter what's going on around you, know that you can get up and go and do the next thing. Have an amazing day. If I can help you anyway, ask in the comments below. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another update on what I'm doing as I transition from the brick and mortar world to the online world of business. Take care.